Welcome to the north of Scotland. About a 6.5-hour drive northwest of Edinburgh, you will find a magical place. Literally magical. The Fairy Glen. In the middle of this beautiful place is a remarkable and interesting formation. This is a fairy circle. It's said someone who violates the fairy perimeter can become invisible to mortals outside of it, and they might find themselves unable to leave the circle. Often fairies can force a mortal to dance to the point of exhaustion. Being careful to avoid any fairy curses or crossing any invisible boundaries between this world and the next, we proceeded up the hill for an incredible view.
You are on top of the world.
Created about 100,000 years ago from landslides and glacier activity, there is this incredibly narrow path.
The camera just doesn't show how high we are.
This is a land that prides themselves on age and history. Just being on this ground, this hallowed ground, and walking this path, it feels like we started our trip in Scotland before castles came along. This magical place feels like it mattered well before castles and lords and battles. This feels like you're walking at the origins of humanity. It is truly a magical place. Driving in Scotland is truly special. It's fun to be on the other side of the road, but also it's just beautiful. And everywhere you look, there's something magnificently ancient. You definitely get the feeling that these plots of land really matter and were worth fighting for. There's such fierce pride demonstrated everywhere in Scotland. One of our highest recommendations is just get in a car and leave Edinburgh and just head north. The views are spectacular. You never cease to find amazing things to look at. And, of course, being the home of Harry Potter and the birthplace of James Bond, so we had to stop and get our Skyfall selfie. Okay, so you don't go to Scotland and not stay in a lordly manor. We decided to check out Glencoe House in the north of Scotland, and it's beautiful. This entire wing of the house was ours, and we had the whole place to ourselves. They had an honor whiskey bar, which I very much enjoyed, and there's nothing to make you feel like a lord or a lady more than a proper throne in a good bathroom. What a view from that bathtub. However, the view from the hot tub was even better. And like I say, we had this place to ourselves, and it was spectacular. Scotland makes you want to take a good walk, but you're going to come back looking like this. But that's okay, because the sights are worth it. We very much enjoyed the Glenmorangie facility. It's really cool, even if you don't really like whiskey. On this trip for us, the pace got a little slower, which felt great. Roadside picnics, razor clams by the ocean, and oh, the pies. If they have it on the menu, you should get it, because they're amazing. There's just nothing better than tucking in to a local tavern. One of our favorite things to do is go whiskey hunting, and it is overwhelming. But you get a good shopkeeper, and you get some good tips, and you'll walk away with a great new sip. When we got back to Edinburgh, I grabbed my golf clubs and went to Morton Hall Golf Club. It was spectacular, and yes, they sell meat pies on the turn at the 9th hole. When we travel, we try to get away from the touristy locations and go see the real deal. But the Royal Mile of Edinburgh is the real deal. One of the things we love the most about Edinburgh is it's a walking city. No matter where you go, you can't go wrong. You've popped down some alley and come out the other side, and there's going to be something special and magnificent. It's very charming. As you walk the city, you start to pick up on the idea that there is some very unique architecture in Edinburgh. This is a place where old coexists perfectly in harmony with the new. Time just feels a little different here. In fact, it feels timeless. Speaking of time, time well spent at the Johhnie Walker facility of Prince Street. The Whiskey Maker Cellar experience is a really cool thing. This isn't a touristy gimmick thing. This is a real serious whiskey tasting. It's very hands-on and full of deep knowledge, and you get to try a lot of very exclusive stuff.
Just slowly. That's it. That's fine. Keep it that's fine.
Okay, kid in a candy store? How about Josh in a whiskey store, designing my own bottle and my own label? Someday, I may even open this. Okay, so this is the Johhnie Walker store on Prince Street. And up there, on top of that, is a secret that nobody knows. The Johhnie Walker 1820 rooftop bar, home of delicious cocktails and the best view in all of Edinburgh. The bar is absolutely elegant, magnificent, it's gorgeous, and the drinks are good. The view's better. You're welcome. The hardest part about making videos like this is every place, every city, every corner of the world is open to interpretation. You do the things you want to do, you go see the things you want to see because, well, you like it. So we want to know what you have done in Scotland. What did you love about Edinburgh? Tell us what you think. Drop us a note in the comments. Hey, check out some of these other videos that we've made, and of course, please subscribe.